What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be reviewing some top ladder games. I'm currently fourth at 2053. This is my peak elo. Um, yeah, let's get into the games. So this first one, we are against Pigs Are Gods, Max Wu, pretty good player. I think I was like 2026 at this point right now. So let's get into this. Pretty standard start, taking the pets that have like good stat lines and are not horrible. Max is on pack 1 right now. I've been playing a lot of this new puppy pack. It's felt really, really good. Um, just having a stat food, just +3 stats, super good. And it like works with like Axo and stuff, and like Squash for like +5 damage. Just really good stuff. And like some like base stat reworks and stuff, like Beetle not being horrible and Chinchilla, stuff like that. Makes it a lot better. So pretty standard start here. Roll down triples, playing the standard strategy. Uh, you can see Pack One has really weird units. The like Otter nerf, or sorry, Otter buff and like the Duck nerf. Makes for a really weird board on his end. So beautiful start here. We get double hatching chicks, and obviously we're just like insta taking these. Probably one of the best tier threes in this pack. I've been playing around with like Goldfish a little bit. It feels kind of like a better spawn where you're just like, but you like you're generating gold, but you're generating gold for like a real turn where you have all the better equipment and stuff. We rice our chipmunk, have a goldfish on board. We're gonna have like a massive pivot. Uh, we're gonna have so much gold to pivot. It's gonna be great. Go for like a positioning mix up here with the like big chipmunk getting the moth buff, and works out here. I guess if we were hard reading that, we would have put like goldfish second or something. But he has an interesting start. He has like Badger. He has like single triple Badger, which is not that good, but he found 3 snails, so he can stabilize. So I take this whale shark. It's like larger now because I thought these blackberries would like get it 1 trillion stats, but if you notice here, I'm only getting +2/2. So yeah, that's kind of weird. Apparently it'll be changed next patch, but I did not realize in the slightest this game. Um, this is interesting playing rice fries. I think I like ricing the whale shark and just getting the +2/2 stats, like just getting a massive unit. Because we have a hatching buff on it too. Like we can just get a massive dude. But it ends up not really mattering because he tears up into a skunk. So that really changes our game plan. Um yeah, you can see Snail like still this patch is still like so good. Probably the strongest unit in Pack 1 for the early game. Look at it just making these giant kangaroo, giant badger and stuff. So we're not out of it yet. Find another goldfish, playing for goldfish too. Wonder if it's worth doing that on turn 6. I don't know. Not like we're rolling for that much because our board's like very empty. And on the perk, it's like +2/2. I try to split buffs onto a moth, but it's like kind of bad because we're selling moth anyways. So kind of weird stuff. Yeah. But you can see here because of all the snail stats, we're gonna just start like losing every turn. And also our board is like super greedy. Take the lobster and a greed line and tear up into goldfish into chicken, which is just the best possible thing. I start buffing the chicken here because it's the second biggest unit on my board. So I'm like playing around skunk and stuff. Chicken being end turn is nice. You don't really have to think about positioning at all. It's just like it can be a unit with like no ability that's just on your board, and it'll be like pretty useful. Gonna pie it, of course. Pie very good. 4/4 in stats. Just gonna end on stacking lobster. We still have 3 lives here. We're just gonna greed as hard as possible, probably down to lethal. really bad positioning here. I didn't realize like my lobster couldn't like kill a front melon dude. So, you know, yeah, we could probably win the turn if I don't do that, or at least draw the turn. Kind of bad. I mean, hit double chicken in opening shop into E-Seal. This E-Seal giving like 15/15 in stats is ridiculous. Like this unit is so good. You need to just be like insta buying that. Um, yeah, this kind of sucks. I ripped the like perk immediately because I want like to open the slot for chocolate. Like I see a stingray and I'm like I have to buy a stingray. I have to sell my like monkey that has like that's like a 9/11 or something in stat line. I think skewer is good into the like all the melon spam. Just gonna buy it. And as you can see, like into his board, like yeah, skewer is gonna be like pretty useful. He buys a fly too. Like things are gonna be good. Buys an on. Was that an on curve monkey? I don't remember. Yeah, you can see here I'm still like buying pairs, even though they're like completely useless. Also, I do something really weird here. I think. What do I do? I like pre-sell the lobster to isolate the elephant seal, which I don't even end up putting the perk on the E seal anyways. It was just stupid. I shouldn't have sold the lobster for no reason. So now I'm just taking like the like crappy like chicken or sorry crappy tar. So it's like I'm at lethal and this feels really bad now. But it's fine. His board is not that strong. Um, probably was a way to play with more tempo. I just front my skewer. I don't really care what gets like flashlight buffed. And incredibly close there. The double chili killing the fly in the back and us winning the turn. We also get a tiger badger. Kind of interesting. I wonder what if he wanted to do that. Bit of toilet paper here. Get rid of melons and stuff. I'm gonna E-seal for now. Oh, interesting. I don't E-seal. I go for oh yeah, because I can only get one trigger, so I'm just gonna chameleon and like remove all this equipment, like play skewer and stuff. There you see, everybody's dead. Like from now, it's like pretty hard for Max. Like look at his board. He has like these like semi big units, and then just Exodia. Like, so I'm gonna buy the other E seal and just get even more tempo this turn. Make some slight misplays here too. I'm trying to get the E seal like big enough to one shot the Badger. Actually, it just should be right, like with the toilet paper and stuff. I don't know. It's like kind of I like I think the melon E seal is good, so I can position the skewer however way I feel like. Yeah, lock a toy for next turn. Lock pancakes because they're pancakes and they're really good. Yeah, so he positions around me having toilet paper by just fronting this. Kind of dumb for me to stake. Is it? I don't think it's that bad. Fairly decent snipes. Lets my skewer attack. Um, a really weird spot here with like all the E seals like being different stat lines. I don't really know which one to take, which one to buff. I end up just taking this E seal and then just like, putting the perk on it, keeping it simple. It feels like that should make sense. I lock Octo Lemon because it's like very similar to Snake Tiger, and it's just like good because it can snipe everything out. Get another win here, making it down to lethal. And at this point, it's like really hard for Max to win. Um, this is weird. I don't want to get rid of the pancakes, So I just like ECL rice and get like a lot of tempo from that. And I just say, okay, like the ECL, it's just gonna lose 10-10, and only buff these two units. Kind of sucks, but everything was real confusing. I lock all three toys in case of a draw next turn, but this Lemon Octo yeah, should win by a lot here. Yeah, pretty good stuff. All right, so into this game, we're against Aura Farming, some random 1800. Um, I make a lot of mistakes this game, but the way it ends is pretty insane and just showcases how powerful this pack is. Yeah, so basically, I'm just like always buying bluebirds. I just think like even though you might lose the early turns, which a lot of times you don't because all of these units got stat buffs, um, it just gives you so much scaling in the future. So on these types of starts where I have like four chinchillas, I'll just like early sell like to get 3 gold on turn two so that I can buy an apple and just play big chinchilla. You get turn, tear up into this unit is like kind of stupid. I wish I had a default ability. It's like untakeable into like pack one because they don't have ailments, so Bilby doesn't do anything. So kind of weird design by them. Just gonna take the Hoopo for tempo. I really like Toucan. You can buy like Toucan Swash, and that's like 10 damage usually, and it's pretty good. And also, it just giving an egg makes it like not tempo negative. It makes it have an ability immediately, so it's not like too bad. It doesn't feel too bad to buy it. Hit the instant tier up. Of course, going to be taking our like turn four tier ups. It's perfect interval to do so as well. Hit hatching chick, and now we have this like ridiculous like 12-12 unit with like eucalyptus on turn four. And like even though he has like a 7-11 unit, like just doesn't matter. That's like the main thing I've seen change with the new pack two, is that you just keep so many lives so much more often. Like a lot of rounds, it just feels like super steamrolling. Yeah, hit the hatching triple, hit the lemur triple. Things are going like pretty good here. This is kind of stupid positioning. I don't know. I was trying to play around like Hodo. I don't know how. I don't know what I was doing there. But we draw the round instead of winning because I just had to position like that. So not a good play. This is another mistake here. Um, like just go Axo. Just go Axo and then take Plastic Saw and get 1 million stats. In game, I was thinking like, oh, I don't want to like lock up all my perks, but yeah, I definitely should have just taken Axo. I start scaling a Stonefish. Yeah, you can see here I'm like buying a tar, which makes even less sense now that I skipped the Axo. Also, you lose Blackberry value too. Like, there's just so many reasons you should like always be taking Axo. Just way too much scaling. Yeah, we win this turn anyways. We have a 6-2 life lead on like turn eight, and by this point, like I'm thinking, okay, I'm like never losing the game by this point. Um, I don't know. I didn't want the lobster. I didn't think I was pivoting too many slots immediately, but it's probably still like worth. It might be sell Hoopo into the melon. Better to have chili cover more than less. Yeah, I locked myself out 11 slots by buying like a late squash. Just feels like a lot of misplays this game. I try to do this for like front like melon pop or like front bad thing, but we get this really unfortunate breakpoint where he has a 7-8. So maybe I should have run like double front blocker, and then I could have won the turn, but it's whatever. Take the tier up, hit an Octo, gonna start buffing an Octo. Probably the best buff target in this pack. Um, taking take a flashlight chameleon, 6/6. Feels pretty good. Yeah, then he hits Cat 2, and now the game's starting to look scary because look how much scaling he has. Look how much he's built up. He has a melon advantage too. Pancake the chameleon, sell hatching, bring in a toy. So now that he's on 2 lives, I'm trying to peanut scam him because he's just like obviously I'm never going to compete in scaling. Um, so I just like max tempo this turn. I play peanut mantis shrimp and hope this works out. Lets me kill a big unit. Um, get a nice kill there. Surprised I didn't lock the puppy toy. Maybe I was just looking for peanut and peanut only. Yeah, take the second puppy toy, just in case. I basically just like lock every toy because it's just kind of hard to not um, do that. Yeah, he has a nice play here. He buys a gorilla into my mantis shrimp, and just completely owns me in this positioning here. Um, yeah, and he buys another cat. Like, look how big his units are. I know at this point, like the only way to win is peanut scam. Um, Cycle out mantis versus the gorilla. It's gonna be like gorilla front a ton. Like I don't expect this guy to change that much. Get this really nice shop with a second chameleon, which lets me get triple peanut. Play stonefish too because I think I was thinking like 17 plus 17. Like that doesn't even kill the dodo. Um, and the level 2 is just like decent then. Yeah, and he just lets himself be like value traded down. And I win pretty easily against a like cat 3 like 50-50 unit board. So this game is against Revolving Coke. He's he's another YouTuber. He makes pretty good puppy content, and he's like really good at the pack. So we queue a mirror here. Um, so yeah, just gonna start out by buying like the biggest units, the 2 3s, the 3 2s, the 3 3s. Pretty standard stuff. Um, get the early win versus like Bluebirds. It was interesting he didn't front Moth there. He was also streaming at this point. Does get the tie here with a 3 HP second. Nicely played by him. Probably should have played 3-2 second. Take the single shrimp because I have 2 chinchillas in shop. And I just think, like, why not get the free 2 health? I don't know. I have like a beaver chinchilla board. I think it's like fine. I decided to take the new goldfish. Um, I wasn't too sure about how good it was at this point, so I just like buy it. Um, I know Puppy's my buff target, so I'm just gonna continue buffing it. I think with goldfish, it's like weird, um, because like yeah, you get like a decent amount of gold, and it like looks pretty good this game because I like insta hit the level 2 goldfish. But like you have so many tempo options in this pack now, where it feels weird to just take goldfish to clog up one of your slots and like lose turns because you can just like kill very early. I think gonna skip the other pangolin because I want a toy first before anything because I want my pangolin to get value. Gonna like insta squash. The thing is with squash, it's weird because it acts like a 5 damage meat bone, So you basically just always buy it on every pet you see, or not every pet you see, your biggest unit. So yeah. So even though we're down in lives, like I'm not too concerned here. I'm like building up a lot of gold, um, and I can just like I have a better like buff target than him. Like he's playing like bluebirds and stuff, or like big lemur. Also, nice little out position there. Just having running these like front blockers to trade the front guys. So my guy doesn't get hit by all these like 10, like if you think about this as like a 13-3, it's like a 10-3. Um, it's like pretty good to play around. Taking flashlight, probably my favorite hit possible. In this sort of greed line, I'm gonna be just taking lobster. Um, this pie felt weird. I really like just always buying pies, but they are like I don't know. It's a pie's like 4-4 in stats, so it feels like stupid to skip. But I think it's like usually worth to just buy it, put it on something. I don't know. I actually take the early triple here. I wonder why. Yeah. Also, my order is wrong. Wait. What? Wait. What did I do here? Did I sell before? Oh no. I. Okay. Yeah. That was a replay bug. That makes way more sense. I just bought the puppy separately, and I'm just holding tier up for next turn because there's like a number of uh like hits like dragon or something that can just like win me the game with goldfish. He tears up into early stonefish, and we we win against this chicken board while we're also greeting. So feels pretty good. Uh, see what we do here. We find ECO, going to take the toy. Interesting. Yeah, I think for the future I should just be taking ECO. Like it's just way smarter to play for like just ECO tempo. I think it's one of the strongest units in the pack right now. I just play for ECO too, and I just like win every round. Like we're still winning rounds here because he's like hyper greeting, and we at least have like some statted up guys on our board. I chocolate Moza trying to play for the high roll here. I see another Octo, and yeah, I think I just sell. Yeah, sell and take makes sense. Just gonna hold all my gold into turn 11 and just have a massive gold turn. Just gonna be continuing to buff my Octo. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 4 lives. I'm still scaling. Don't really care. Find a dragon. Realize I have a ton of gold, so I'm just gonna like hard roll level 2 and hard roll improvements. But I am gonna take chinchillas because they are like 1 gold cycles. So take the second lemon as well. I assume he's gonna start pivoting and like buying toys and stuff, so I just like run like front blocker, which I almost get punished for. Oh, I do get punished for by losing the turn. Hmm. Yeah, in hindsight, it's probably just like if he has a toy, he has a toy, like Peanut or something. So I should just let him win that turn. Take the other end on the other Moza. We're not finding any like dragons or chocolates, mainly because we have to keep spending gold on like other stuff. But it's like fine. I don't mind too much. Lionfish getting some really nice snipes there to um, let Coke win that turn. Yeah, the dragon doesn't actually end up giving that much value. I mean, it gets like decent like 1 gold sushis, but Yeah, it feels bad to skip that melon like pancake shop, but I like running out of toys or like we're running out of equipment slots. A ton of stuff here. Yeah, just run like front blocker again. Just feels better. He forgets to sell his lobster, so his Doberman doesn't get a coconut, but we like play around it anyways, so it's like fine. I don't know. I guess the goldfish pivot didn't actually look that great. I didn't buy that much with it, and I probably could have like killed him earlier. I think. Hmm. Yeah. Right now I'm just rolling down for more peanuts. I think, or that Dragon 2 works too. I don't know why I'm freeze rolling with pancake though. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, that was a little newbie. Spectacle. He doesn't position around like front blocker and loses the game there. So pretty nice stuff. My idea was like front peanut is going like he's going to run some like blocker unit in the front that's usually going to be unprotected, and then my front peanut will usually work. But pretty cool game. Not still not too sure on how good Goldfish really is. So this game is against some random person on ranked. This is like an example of like how Pac 2 can now tempo people out now. Pretty nice. Yeah, just gonna take like all these pets. Like Beetle being a 2/2 is illegal now. Like it feels so good. You just get a free win because of it too. Like super nice. I'm just gonna Apple Moth, which feels weird after we win a turn. It's probably half combined Moth by a Chinchilla, and we can usually win this turn heavier, but we get away with it and get the win anyways. So pretty good stuff. Gonna play Owl here with the like very empty board. Just wanted to try out new 3/2 Owl. I think it's like decent compared to like just buying a flying squirrel with no like support. Yeah, so he hits early rabbit, which is like usually like pretty good for pack one, right? Like he already has a 5/5 rabbit too. But I just like spam apples on Moth and buy like random tempo stuff later. And I'm like tempoing him out with an owl board, which is just feels super crazy to me. Yeah. Take our one loss here. Yeah. I mean, now that we had like I think I'm planning to pivot out of owl usually here at this point. I was considering like buying the Gariel anyways so that I could Penguin Pill, but I end up deciding like Lobster's just like way too good of a unit. Not sure how correct that is. Also, it gives me less rolls to get a perk on this like OP unit here. Blackberries are also like really good. They're stat food with like extra like axle upside and stuff. Pretty good. We get a ridiculous win there because of Toucan giving eggs now. Really fun stuff. Yeah. So this like squash is going to be 15 damage. It's crazy. And I don't think like what can he do against this? What does he try to do? Yeah, he just spams scalers, and it's just not going to work out for him. Um, he definitely didn't play his side right, but like against bad players, like you can just tempo out so much easier with this pack now. Take the melon helmet. Want my moth to get bigger. Like right now, I don't think I'm even like looking at his board. I'm just buying good stuff on my side. Squash hitting a perfect breakpoint on the rabbit too. Feels pretty good. Just gonna play for my tier up, and just end on rice. Who cares? Um, get the melon on the moth, and yeah, not even close. Yeah, just pretty good example of how like against bad players you can just do so much more. Just having like this little extra like squash, little extra like toucan buff, little extra like blackberry. It just really pushes the pack over the edge it needs to be. Um, I have a pretty similar game here against Darishagio. I don't know how to say that. Um, but I think we're playing the Pac 2 Mirror here. I've actually played this guy like a lot in ranked. Um, get luckier tennis ball from and just like win the turn. I think, yeah, I think I always just try to play for winning this round. I'll manage it. Um, some people have said like don't sell your chinchillas before taking the tier up now that it's a 2-3. But I think that's just stupid because it's like 3 gold extra for like one stat. So it's just like never worth it. Gonna take the pangolin here into an insta pill. I think I want to switch toys to eucalyptus. This tennis ball isn't doing much, and eucalyptus is like blocks 4, which is pretty decent. Just insta take the toucan. And the egg buff coming in clutch again. Yeah, this is something weird Datagusha does. He just like always buys tennis ball too, and I never understand why. I guess it's more tempo. Maybe he's like scared of dying. I don't know. Yeah, he buys like this base stat flea, or sorry, bat, and it like works out for him. It like lets his hoopo one shot my lemur. It's funny. So I think this is my first game with the new Buffalo. It's kind of like a better dog from Pack One. Is it better? No, I think it's just like different. Um, yeah, and I just decided that's my main buff target. I wonder why I position like this. Feels weird. But he's playing Caterpillar. He's going to start losing like a lot of turns. So yeah, I don't know. It feels weird for him to take tennis ball and stuff when he's taking like Sturgeon, which is more of like a greed pet where you're waiting to like pill it and then gain all your gold back. Uh, yeah, he's just handing us like free wins on a platter now, just because of like early Caterpillar and like he doesn't have like any scaling either, and it just like sucks for him. Yeah, I was thinking like maybe you can buy that other lemur and like replace for plastic saw, and then play like axolotl plastic saw. But like I already have scaling from toucan, so it just seems dumb. This chinchilla is like 100 100 in stats. Is it? No, it's like 8-8 in temp stats on these buffaloes, so feels pretty good to buy. But you can see these buffaloes are like pretty large. I think they beat like a lot of boards. Like sure, his board is like bad right now, but like even in the other case, I think it'd be like pretty good. I think I just like commit to keeping these separate and like try to just like full kill him when he's on 2 lives and like playing this like stupid caterpillar BS and like buying rices and stuff. This guy always just greeds super hard and then just like dies. Definitely not the way you want to approach Pack 2 anymore, I don't think. You just Oh, I try to go for a kill turn here by like cycling everything, which is like pretty cool.
Hmm.
Because in the past, it's kind of like how Pack One has their like dog boards, and they can like full cycle, um, when they're like opponents on lethal, and then like try to kill them. Pretty cool. He gets his pivot off. We pop the coconut, and it's just like not close. I get like a ridiculous amount of skewer damage, like 15 maybe. I don't know, but yeah, we get this nice easy tempo kill here.